we are here tonight to discuss the Mood Mark II by Chase Bliss right here, and specifically the reverb algorithm that we have that is on board here. It is a fantastic algorithm, and this really is the essence of community, because in a previous video where I was checking out the sounds from the Meris Mercury X and how it compared to some of the algorithms on the Walrus Slower, the comment came up that the reverb on the Chase Bliss MOOD Mkii was fantastic and really underrated in terms of sound itself, because the Mood can do so much more. So I thought we would just make a video and see if we can get these sounds out of the Mercury X. And while the controls on the Mood's reverb algorithm are very simple, you have the time knob, the modify knob, and the clock knob. It has a wide swath of sounds it can make. So we might run into some tricks or some tricky times trying to get it over here on the Mercury X. Let's see. I honestly haven't fully jumped in completely on the Mercury X with this specific pedal in mind. I've got a bass one done, but so really quick, the dip switches on the Mood. I've got the latch involved or engaged, trails engaged, so that means when I turn the effect off, it will continue to die out naturally. Spread, and then MISO, which is mono in, stereo out. The Mood here is the first thing in the chain, and it feeds into the Mercury X, and then it goes into the DAW. So let me turn this off, give you my clean signal. I am playing my G and L US ASAT Blues Boy. So there's a dry signal. Let's check out this sound on the Mood. I think it's a lovely sound. And just to be quick sweep on what we can do, with the modify knob, let's take this all the way down, or 25%, and let's see how that changes the sound. Ah, it's actually a delay. Well, I mean, we all know that reverb, well, maybe we don't. Reverb actually is a delay that's just diffused and a lot, and smeared a lot, so that it kind of is a smooth sound as opposed to the kind of the choppiness of a delay like this. So the further up we turn the modify knob, the less the decay sounds are evident, or the delay sounds are evident, and then more so the reverb, or the kind of smoothed out thing here. Just a little bit of stuff here. All the way down. And then all the way up. Almost no delay at that point, so. Anyway, so I think we're about right here is where I had it originally. On the time, if I take this all the way down, what do we got? Okay, if I take it all the way up, what do we have? In some ways, it's kind of like how long is the decay, right? And if we did everything all the way up, that's kind of what we have. It kind of goes. If we take modify all the way down, I like that. That's a fun, like, syncopated ping pong of sorts. So let me get this back to where I kind of had it, and kind of give a bass line. We'll come back to the clock knob in a second. So again, this is what we're... Can we make this on the Mood? On the Meris Mercury X. I have mine labeled Mood 2, or Moody, depending on how you fancy. And here's what I have for that. So what do we think? How does it sound so far? So immediately off the bat, I'm hearing some, let's call them digital artifacts in the mood, and that is actually coming from the clock knob. So what I mean is, it's kind of, oh goodness, it can be so many different things. It's like it's the stretch fader on the Walrus slower. It really almost degrades the sound in a way, makes it more lo-fi as you turn it counterclockwise, and more pristine as you turn it all the way clockwise. And I have it kind of in that, I don't know, 1 o'clock setting. So just to show you what I mean, I'm going to take it all the way down here. You're going to hear some noise. See what I mean? As you turn it to the different places. It's still very musical all throughout that. Turn that down, that'll help. Because honestly, what happens is, like, when you're all the way down here, oh, let me figure out how to use my own pedal. When this is all the way down, it also affects the time and the length of the buffer. So all the way counterclockwise has a very long buffer, so you're getting the decay will last a lot longer. And then as you go up, let's listen to see if we have the noise kind of goes away. So noise was there just from the standpoint that it was on the infinite switch, but I had it all the way counterclockwise to the lowest setting. But here's the highest setting, and what do we have? I think it sounds close-ish. So I kind of chose this setting on the clock knob because I kind of like that little bit of grit, that little bit of hiss, that little bit of noise. And I wanted to kind of I like that sound. I'm getting kind of lost in myself here. I like that sound, and I wanted to recreate it on the Meris. There's a little bit of it there, and let me show you kind of how I made this structure, the setting on the Meris. So let me go all the way to the first part, which is the pre-delay. Using a standard structure there, digital. I found that the BBD or magnetic, or just wasn't quite right, have the time kind of ramped up a bit, so there's no like pre-delay built in. It's like instant. When we get to the reverb structure, I kind of stuck with the ultra plate. This is a setting that you can also find on the Mercury 7, and I kind of brought back and dialed down the high frequency and low frequency, because what that really is kind of like how long the high frequencies and low frequencies last on this guy. So the decay is kind of down about 3/4 of the way, and took all the modulation out of this. No pitch adjustments, no gate. freeze dynamics, which is kind of there all the time, no preamp, no filter, no pitch. And on modulate, this is where I wanted to kind of come to this. I have the hazy algorithm put into this, and it's in the pre-location. And the hazy is, honestly, it has, to me, it's kind of like a gen loss thing going on, or noise. And I brought it down pretty low. There's really not a lot in there because I wanted it to be subtle. So, for example, like here is, the decimate is at what? I can't even read. It's at 0.8% is what the decimate's at. That's pretty low. So if I turn it up, it starts to get a little bit more noticeable. And if I keep bringing maybe like some of the warble up, and some of the age up, and some of these lows up, you'll hear more what I'm talking about. So that's kind of what I did there. What's the second one here? It's kind of like, oh, it's where the mix is. That's why I wasn't hearing much of a difference. I have the mix really low too. So if I brought the mix up, you'll hear. So maybe it's kind of like why I had the warble like pretty much off and the age pretty much off, and this was down pretty low. Bringing the decimate down and the mix down really kind of sets it where I want it. So I'm going to quick jump out of that setting and jump back into it. And it'll be back where I kind of had it. So now I'm like wondering, this kind of has a higher pitch to it than this does. So let me see if we can add, let's add a pitch. Let's do a, no. I mean, we could do a lo-fi pitch and just put that up at 12 on both the right and the left. What does that sound like? Mix needs to come down quite a bit. Really more than that. Lo-fi is not the one. Alright, what else do we have? Micro shift, polychroma. I guess polychroma. Bring up, oh, there's the mix knob. Okay, if I change this, pre plus dry. Feedback loop, maybe? Pre-tank. Post. I don't like it. I don't think that's what I'm needing. Micro shift. Maybe bring this down to the same place. That's not bad. still a little more pronounced and take that mix up a bit. I like that. It's different, but I like it. So I'm going to save it real quick because that's what I want to do. Alright, so so far it's close. Is it an exact interpretation of the Mood Mark II? No, it's not. They have some different nuances. So what I'm going to do now is let's move some of these knobs around and see what we can do to recreate it. We're 15 minutes into this video, so if you haven't enjoyed it so far, you peace out right now. I totally understand. We're just hanging out at this point. That's what we're doing. Let's move the modify knob here, and let's move the time knob there, and let's move the clock knob all the way up. Let's make that like kind of interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do here in the Mood Mark II, I'm going to take, sorry, it's the Meris, but I had it labeled Mood II. Alright, so let's put some divisions, some taps in here. And I think I want to do dotted eighths on both the left and the right. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jump all the way over to the modifiers. I'm going to find the hold modifier. And there it is. I'm going to change the hold assign to, where is, no, go back a bit. I'm trying to find like basically the tempo, the time, and it's momentary. Yeah. Okay. I think that should be it, right? Tap, no. That's what I want. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay, so that is in there the way I want it, but let's get this back to the pre-delay because I need to have this feedback set a bit so that pre-delay goes a bit longer. Let's crossfeed it a little. And okay. Crossfeed down a little bit and feedback down a little bit. Oh, you know, I'm listening to both things at the same time. Duh. I hear it. It's not quite what I want, but I hear it. No crossfeed. Alright, let's get some dry blend in there, I think. Okay, what do we got on the mood right now? Maybe a little faster on this. Gotta find what I want. You know what? Okay, so let's change this to quarter. That's the beauty of this thing. You kind of just find the thing that find the settings that you want. Back still a bit. Not where I want it. Bring that decay down a bit. And I'm like focusing more on the time on those taps. has cool sound, but not quite the mood here. Alright, so I'll keep moving on. There's a lot of like tweaking that you can do on this, and I would need to spend more time with that at the time just to make it right. I'd probably also want to, just for fun, what I would probably want to do is change one of these divisions to something different, so you're kind of getting the bounce between them. Because that I'm hearing in this mood too. That actually was not bad. Close. Alright. So now let's say I take this modified down, and I take that down. What do we have? Nothing. I mean, it's like a quick thing. Not really what I want. At that point, it's just more of a delay. That's not what I'm here for. Let's take this clock knob and put it here. Now what do we have? Okay, that really is just delay. Maybe if these are both straight up. Maybe if everything's straight up. What do we got? So it's this, but it's dirtier, right? So that's where I would kind of go to, where were we? We were on the modulate, and I would kind of turn the mix up a bit. And that's where it kind of starts to degrade the signal. Maybe turn the decimate up a bit, a little. Not precise, not 100%, but it's good. I think it's good. Like, I like it, I mean. So this is where I'll leave you, friends. I don't know what you've discovered tonight. We have two incredible boxes here. The Chase Bliss MOOD Mkii, and honestly, with simple 3 switches or knobs, you can get so much diversity in its reverb sounds. I mean, it really goes quite quickly into the delay territory, and I don't say that in a bad way. That's a very good thing. And then you have the Meris Mercury X, way more than 3 knobs. You have all 7 right here, plus really all the modifiers that you can do, all of the different things here. Very, very, very deep in what this can do. So if you ask, like, hey, I just need a reverb, which one should I get? Well, I don't think you can decide. Quite frankly, the Mood can do so much more than just reverb, so you get a whole lot out of this box. But at the same time, this Mercury X, so far, in my opinion, has kind of captured every reverb that I may want to get. I haven't been able to find something that this doesn't do. It may not perfectly match every other reverb or every single reverb out there, but for a one box that can kind of give me everything I need, this so far is doing it. I'm loving this box. Can't wait to get the LVX back from my buddy, because that's their delay version of this, and they just pair so well together. So, that's where we are. 2 fantastic pedals, 2 great reverbs, and you're not going to go wrong. You're going to love all of them, or both of them. Thank you so much for hanging out. My brain feels a little bit scattered this evening, and it's kind of come out in the video, but that's kind of what I do, right? These aren't scripted. I have a sense of what I want to do, but in this particular one, you know, we've spent the last 10 minutes just kind of wandering freely together. So thank you. I really appreciate the time that you spend. I appreciate the community that we're building. To me, it is one of collaboration. It is one of inclusivity. Everybody's welcome to be a part of this, to share their opinions, to build each other up, to hopefully learn something. I'm learning things. This is fantastic. We're walking together on this journey. So, I wish you peace. I hope great things for you, no matter where you are in this world, no matter where you are in life, no matter where you are in your journey of musical exploration. Thank you for coming along. Make sure to like and subscribe. Those are fantastic things that help get this channel going. And if you feel so inclined, become a member of this community and help me make more content. Help shape what content I make. We're all in this together. Okay, peace.